Best-selling author Jess Ekstrom started out as your typical lemonade stand kid, standing out on the street corner with her sister, flagging down cars as they drove by, and her entrepreneurial spirit has only grown since then. She is an accomplished motivational speaker and business owner, and her new book, Create Your Bright Ideas, is set to hit stores tomorrow. We are previewing the book launch with Jess Ekstrom, and Jess, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, I am so excited to have you here. Now, this book is different than your first book, which was called Chasing the Bright Side. It's actually geared toward a younger audience. What inspired you to publish this project?
I mean, I started Headbands of Hope when I, was in college and I saw kids losing their hair to chemotherapy and wanting to wear headbands. And what I didn't think about starting a business. I really thought about solving a problem. And I think that that's something that we can teach kids and teens today is that entrepreneurship isn't just about starting business. It's about looking at the world through a lens that you can fix it. And now Headbands of Hope has donated millions of headbands to kids with cancer. And so this book really walks them through the story of Headbands of Hope, but also reading, writing, coloring so that they can create their own bright ideas when they have that inspiration.
One thing I love about the book is how interactive it is. There's journaling, there's coloring and planning and some other prompts to really help foster creativity. What do you hope that young girls experience when they read this book?
I think that there's, this common misconception that I want to get out of the way with kids that I have to wait till I'm older, or I have to wait till I'm qualified to make a difference, or I have to wait till I've graduated, or whatever that, goalpost that we keep moving. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted this to be such an interactive book. Even at the end, they have their own business plan that they fill out because I want them to believe that it can be them. And sometimes, as we get older, we almost overthink things and get into this analysis paralysis, or at least I know I do. And so I truly believe that kids and teens make the best entrepreneurs because they're just moving through inspiration. They don't have all the things going in their head of what could go wrong. They're just moving with the possibility of what could go right. So that's where Create Your Bright Ideas came from, is how can I give them the inspiration, but also the steps and the framework to start pursuing your ideas today?
Yes, you are so right. When I was a kid, I wanted to be so many things, but it seems like fear gets in the way as we get older.
Yeah. And there was this interesting article, in the New York Times recently about kids needing the space to just be kids and dream. If they want to be an astronaut, let them be an astronaut or step into that role. That's what I hope to leave kids and teens with, is not the idea of, oh, I need to go start a business, but it could be me. I could be the one to change the world, and I can start doing that today.
That's fantastic. Also, your book is full of positive sayings like, don't just dream big, do big. Where do you come up with these moments of inspiration?
One of the things that I really loved about writing for kids is that I love making revelations feel simple, the idea that, failure will always feel better than regret. It's oh, that's just a simple thing that I can take with me throughout my day that maybe I haven't thought of that way before. And I'd also be remiss if I didn't call out the illustrator for this whole book, Nadia Fisher. She did an amazing job, and all of the quotes that you have right here are tear out coloring pages. So I think that's the other thing with books too, is that you're what was that quote that I read that one time? I wanted them to be able to not just remember it and be able to put it on their wall, but color it and make it their own. So Nadia did such a great job with illustrating the book.
That is so awesome. And also, you recently announced that you're expecting, so congratulations. And does this project take on a new meaning for you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I had no idea I was pregnant when I was writing this book. And now I feel like maybe this was subconsciously a letter, to my daughter who's coming in February. And it does have such a different meaning because this is my first child. And, I want her to believe that she can do anything that she wants to do. And I know so many parents feel that way. And so now looking at the words on the pages, it carries such a different meaning, thinking that one day, my girl will be reading this book. It makes me emotional just even thinking about it. Yeah.
Oh, that is just so sweet. Now, if folks at home want to grab a copy for a young girl in their life, where should they go?
Yes, you can go to createyourbrightideas.com, grab a copy, or see if any of your local bookstores have it, or if not, they can probably order it for you. And I love supporting local, so definitely check your local bookstore.
Jess, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.